Peace, peace, good people. Baldhead Hierophant here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. And if you are an OG returnee, welcome back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into this reading. I got a really good download before I got started. Not sure who I'm talking to, but I do know what I am talking about. So the word I got was clearing. Did someone take a spiritual bath last night? Did someone do some type of prayer? I feel like I'm talking to someone who was released from something, and the release came from something that you did, okay? So some type of intentional, deliberate releasing, but it came through as a clearing, like maybe something has been cleared out for someone. And whatever that thing is you cleared out for yourself, you had been struggling with it, or it had just been a pain in the... Okay, so congrats to whoever I may be speaking to, because if you don't take initiative to be your own clearer, so to speak, you know, we move through life with very heavy energy, and those energies get stuck and stagnant, and they do stack up. And that's how a lot of people end up giving up, because they just don't have the necessary strength or know-how to, you know, get all of that stacked energy off of them and out of them, right? So we know that, you know, pressure does bust pipes, okay? It does bust pipes. So kudos again to whoever I may be speaking to, okay? And if you're here, that means that, you know, the title pulled you in because you resonated with it, okay? So before I get started, let's go ahead and welcome in the sweet, sweet spirit of love, light, life, wholesomeness, harmony, alignment, more clearing, okay? Thank you, sweet spirit, for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for the collective that will soon be here to view this reading. Shame. As I was shuffling before the reading even started, okay, the Hermit card did show itself. So I could be speaking to Virgo people, could be speaking to Libra people, okay? Or I could just be speaking to a collective of people who went in and, you know, did the work, went in and did some type of clearing, okay? So I'm going to get a good shuffle going. I don't know when it's time to stop and lay the cards. And I believe that was it right there. All right, let's see. The Sun card, always a good card to start off with. 5 of Swords. All right, death, transformation. The King of Fire. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Queen of Water. My goodness, okay? Every last one of these cards are definitely indicative of the energy that I did get as I was shuffling, pre-shuffling the cards, okay? So I do know that someone has been released, okay? And anytime you're released from something, of course you're going to have a new vibration, a new light, okay? A new zest, a new zeal, okay? I could absolutely be speaking to Geminis and Cancers, okay? Because the Sun did just recently come out of Gemini and entered into Cancer, okay? And we just got in, well, not just, but we just, you know, recently slid on it over into Cancer season. So I could most definitely be speaking to those two signs because of the solar energy that you guys just... Gemini, you just came out of, and Cancer, you just entered into, okay? Now, we do know that the Sun card is absolutely 1000% representative of Leo. So, Leo, for sure, this message is for you as well, okay? Now, this 5 of Swords here, I know that there has been turmoil, okay? There has been a lot of... Actually, when I see this card, it's very representative of arguments, miscommunication, okay? This card lets me know that there's been some things said that probably didn't need to be said, okay? Or maybe they needed to be said, but the way you delivered them was like a sword, right? And we do know that that tongue can be a double-edged sword. Okay, so that is exactly what I am seeing here. And I'm not going to say that what was said should not have been said. I do believe that the delivery may have been a little cutthroat, but I do feel like that it was necessary for your clearing. Whatever this clearing was, somebody got something off of their chest. Okay, somebody got something off of their chest. Now the death card is here. Okay, we know that 13 is the death card. I do prefer to use the word transformation. So I'm glad that this card says transformation, because sometimes that word death just automatically, makes people cringe. Okay, so it's not necessarily an actual physical death has taken place. This just means that whatever was said, whatever was done, whatever this cleansing and clearing energy that I'm getting, that I feel like the collective of you experienced, has caused some type of transformation. A transformation that has put you back in position. It has put you back in authority of yourself. You went through a calling back of your power, but you may had to go through like a process of elimination. Like you took inventory and said, okay, I'm gonna call him, I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna call them. And you may have called everybody that you needed to talk to get some shit off of your chest. Okay, and I don't believe that you you didn't spare anyone's feelings in the process. Okay, everybody got told what you've been wanting to say. Okay, now for some of you, it was several people that you had this conversation with, and for a few of you, it was one person. Okay, for a few of you, you had to have a very serious conversation with one person, and it was I believe that it was very maybe emotional for them, not so much for you, because it was a necessary it was a very necessary, calculated type of communication that you had with them. The conversation was not, it wasn't a dialogue. I don't believe that you took the time, say what you needed to say, give them the mic, they say what they need to say. And it wasn't that. It was, hey, listen up, I need to talk to you. And then brrr, you ripped it on them, right? But it was necessary. I think it was a long time coming. So, yeah, it was something that you had been wanting to do, because it was stalling your growth. You were holding on to this information, or holding on to this conversation. You had played it over and over in your head, because maybe you felt like, whenever I finally do get the opportunity to say what needs to be said, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to press go, and it's just on from there. And that's exactly what you did. Okay, now I could also be speaking to Scorpios, okay, or maybe the person you spoke to was a Scorpio, or just have very scorpionic energy. Okay, they don't necessarily have to be a Scorpio person. They could be Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, but they don't necessarily have to be. Okay, they just could act very Scorpio-ish. Okay, and for those of you who are like, well, what is Scorpio-ish? Okay, somebody who throws their hand and hides it after they've done it, right? A deceitful person, somebody who betrayed you, somebody who held secrets from you that could have released you, or could have helped you out. Okay, somebody who does a lot of dark, in behind the scenes things that comes off as very treacherous. Okay, betrayal, deceit, lies, theft. Okay, people who have a lot of Scorpio energy, a lot of times they are involved in theft rings and scheming and scamming, and just doing a lot of underhanded things. Okay, so these people, or that person that you felt like you needed to go ahead and have a very difficult but necessary conversation with, could have done something like that. Okay, now the King of Wands, or in this deck it's called the King of Fire, is here. Wonderful indication that you did call your confidence back. You called your power back. You just called your energy back to you. Okay, very clever energy. Whoever I'm speaking to, very clever. Okay, very confident, and there is something, because I'm getting a energy just as I'm doing this. It's a very enthusiastic energy. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody who feels, thank you, Spirit. You got your mojo back. You feel like your mojo is back. See, whatever this clearing was before you actually did, this, whatever this thing is here, this conversation that had to be had, or, whatever it is. Because for some of you, it was a conversation. For some of you, maybe you did some type of ritual, some type of spell, okay? Something, it could have been something ceremonial. I don't know. But whatever it was that you did, helped you regain an excitement for who you are and what you do, okay? And also the Wheel of Fortune. So I do absolutely believe that I'm talking to a few of you, okay, for sure, that your money had been tied up. Your ability to manifest had been tied up. Your money was slow. It was coming in very slowly, if any at all, because there was a blockage. See, this clearing was very, very necessary. I don't know if you knew that this was the reason your money was being held up, but I think after the fact, like hindsight, you now know that it was one of the reasons that your money had just been very slow. It didn't stop, but it came to a real slow creep, right? Because it was things that were blocking the portals within us, okay, that allow abundance and prosperity to flow, okay. And now for some of you, you knew why your money was slowing, okay. You knew why things felt like they were depleting, okay, and you knew exactly why. It was directly connected to this scorpionic person, right? Nevertheless, whatever you've done, whatever cleansing, clearing, rejuvenation that you have done within your life for yourself is replenishing your wheel of fortune. Things will now begin to flow. You've probably already begun to see things flow, okay? Now, this is not just about money. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't just indicate a flow in your finances. It also indicates a flow in your energy, a flow in your ability to manifest, a flow in having that magnetism, okay? The law of attraction flows and vibes off of your magnetism. So you're back magnetic, and you feel very, very in alignment with your wealth of wonderful optimal health, your wealth of actually, your money getting back right, your wealth in your mojo, your wealth in your mental space, your wealth in your heart space. Whoever I'm talking to, you're back in alignment, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, and all three of those have to be intact in order to, manifest, right? So definitely talking to somebody who had been out of alignment with themselves because you've been holding on to some stuff that you needed to get off your chest. And if for some of y'all, it could have been years. For some of y'all, it could have just been a few months, right? So, place the energy where it belongs. It's going to be different for everybody. But I do know that each of you, no matter how far, back this thing happened or how recent it was, you had to do this in order to clear those passages and pathways that allow your energy and your essence to flow, okay? Now, the Queen of Water, okay, which is the Queen of Cups, is also here. Very representative of your heart space and your emotions being back in a flow, in a rhythmic, harmonious flow. But of course they are. But anytime you suppress what you want to say to someone, anytime you suppress not saying what needs to be said, or anytime you have to hold it until the right time, anytime you have to hold on to any low vibrational pressure, it's going to throw your heart space off. It's going to throw your emotions off, okay? So wonderful, wonderful card to get to show that, again, you're back in alignment. Some of y'all are like, whew, so glad that I did that. Almost like it was a transfer of energy, a transfer you gave. Oh, I see what somebody may have done. Now, for a few of you, this is only going to apply to a few of you. Some of you did a return to sender spell. Now, I did mention earlier that, you know, everybody did something different. Some of you had that conversation. Some of you did a spell. Some of you did a ritual. Some of you, you know, you did what you did, whatever that is. Because, again, everybody handles things differently, and everybody was guided to do something different in order to induce that clearing, right? But I am seeing clearly that some of you did a return to sender spell. Now, you either did it yourself or you had someone to do it because you felt like someone had thrown something on you. Some of you had been moving in an energy feeling like you were hexed. There was some type of generational curse put on you. Somebody said something to you maybe on a day that you were not highly protected, so you felt like what they said stuck. Some of you, you know, just been having those evil eyes on you, and everything, every energy that those evil eyes was sending toward you, you know, you feel like they stuck. So many of you just did a return to sender spell, ritual. Yeah. And I think you already feel light. You already feel, you feel it working. Some of you have direct access to see who you sent it back to, and you already see it working, right? There's no better feeling than to know that, for those of you who are practitioners, okay, whether you're a baby practitioner or masterful, there's no better feeling than knowing that your mojo, you know, is working and you're able to see it with your own eyes. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you're gloating at the fact that someone who did you bad is now falling off and you're able to witness it. I'm not saying that. But sometimes, depending on what they did or what they said or what they implemented in your life that has stopped your bliss and your blessings from flowing, sometimes you actually do need that those results, you know, shown to you, you know, so you can see how, you know, the universe is supporting what you did. Okay, so let's pull a few more cards. But just so far with these cards out here, this is very freeing. Okay, I feel a sense of freedom. I feel a sense of mental freedom for a lot of you. Okay, it definitely feels more mental than emotional. Did some of you get emotional freeing? Yes. Did some of you become emotionally freed? Yes. But I believe that more than anything, many of you, your thought process has been replenished. Okay? Your thought process, your mental capacity has been it's like it's been reset. That old stuff, that old thing isn't there anymore. So there's new space, okay? New space in your mindset for things that are supposed to be in your life now. See, a lot of you were holding on to old stuff that was taking up space in your mind, in your mental. I keep seeing the vision of like a suitcase, an old, dusty suitcase. Did some of you, listen, because sometimes when you have things in your home that people who wronged you gave you, until you get rid of those things, that can energetically, vibrationally, and mentally take up space as well. So I feel like some of you may have gotten rid of things that an old ex gave you, okay? Like you intentionally and deliberately got rid of things that someone who crossed you gave you. Yes, indeed. All right, thank you, sweet spirit. Show me more, show me clearly. If you're resonating and enjoying the reading thus far, please subscribe and like. Queen of Earth. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, absolutely. Feeling back in alignment with your mojo. Having the ability to manifest. See, that was taken away from you. Not necessarily like taken away like your privileges were revoked by the universe. No. Like I mentioned earlier, your money never stopped. It just came to a really, really slow creep. like a like a turtle. Okay, it was just coming in bits and pieces, right on time, but just very slow and at the last minute. Okay, but that was because you had things that were energetically stopping and clogging up your portal. But your portal is open, free, and ready for you to manifest. And I see it even more clearly now that the Queen of Pentacles has shown herself, okay? Because she's all about being able to manifest what she needs on site, okay? So, again, another wonderful, wonderful indication that you're back in alignment. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Fire. So I feel like your magic, your divinity, everything is like coming back, and it's layering itself. It's like you're filling back out where you were depleted. When I don't want to use the word depleted, because I don't see that you were down and out and just completely dusted and disgusted. No, just very energetically disconnected to all of your power. Okay, energetically disconnected from all of it. You still had access to some of it, but not all of it. Okay, well, it's coming back, and it's coming back in layers. Your King of Fire lets me know that your confidence and your courage and your cleverness and your ability to just, wield that wand or wield that staff and create on site with enthusiasm. Well, we know that's back because it came out. Okay, then the Queen of Water, your emotional fulfillment. Okay, your satisfaction with how you are able to download new information into your heart space. Download, it's another word. The replenishing of your soul space came through with the Queen of Water. And now your ability to manifest material gain, okay? Having material force. These things have been replenished. Old energy gone. New energy came. Transformation. When transformations happen within our lives, it hardly ever just happens in one area. It normally happens, as I mentioned earlier, in layers. You see a inflation in certain areas of your life. Every sector or certain sectors begin to act and get like a boost. Okay, a boost. So you it's like what I'm envisioning is a balloon that's being inflated, okay, and you just seeing it, rise and open, and you're actually witnessing your life do what we see a balloon does when it is blowing up, right? We see it in action. We see the inflation happening right before our eyes. Well, that's what's happening to you, okay? Or at least that's how I see it, okay? But I believe that you understand exactly, what I mean, and you can feel that. You may not see it like that, but I know you feel that. Like you're seeing different sectors and areas of your life opening up. And I know you feel free. Sweet Spirit, show me more, show me clearly. 8, 8, and the Fool card. I'm not going to pull any more cards because these three here coming out together is the beautiful ending and beginning that you need, okay? So listen, the Fool card. We know that the Fool card is you getting back in alignment with yourself and being given like a sense of newness. Okay, the Fool card is representative of something that no longer worked for you, is out of your life, is gone. You're on a new path, a new season, a new chapter, and you just feel a sense of renewal, new. Many times when the Fool card comes out, it is a representation that you have new energy, new spirit guides, new ideas, new opportunities, and you're not letting anything get in the way of that. A lot of times it also represents a sense of naiveness, but because it's a new journey, okay, or a renewed journey, you most of the time you have help. It's new people, new energies, new spirit guides, new deities, new angels that are kind of assigned to you, right? So you're covered from your north to your south, to your east to your west. Your front, back, and side to side are covered with assistance. With assistance. Because the last thing you want to happen while you're on this renewed journey or this renewed path is to become fearful because you feel like you don't have what you need, or you don't have the support that you need, or you don't have, the whatever you need. Okay. So I can just see a sense of, and I saw it earlier when I said your mojo is back. But not only is your mojo back, you've been given some type of new, and this could play out differently in everybody's life. Some of your newness that's been given to you is a new partner, a new friend, a new healthy, emotionally mature relationship. Okay? For some of you, it's that. For some of you, it's a new hobby, a new idea, a new opportunity, a new skill that you just realized, oh my God, I really enjoy doing this. And now not only are you doing it, but you're already mastered in it, or you're becoming mastered. So place the energy where it belongs in your life. I know that I'm speaking, if you're here, I'm speaking to everyone who is feeling a sense of freedom, a sense of newness, and a sense of magic, maybe even whimsical energy. Because what you're thinking, you're seeing it play out. Healthy thoughts are playing out, and your thoughts are becoming things, but they're very healthy thoughts. So you're producing very healthy things. Now the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Fire is here. You want to know what that lets me know, and then I can wrap this up. That you are manifesting in lightning speed because you now are cleared. The 8 of Pentacles is someone who understands that they have the ability to manifest resources. The 8 of Wands lets me know that you're manifesting these resources quickly. You're manifesting in lightning speed. Not only that, but you're very mastered. You've tapped into or tapped back into something that you're very mastered at doing. Whatever you had to address that brought about this clearing, this cleansing, this replenishing, this rejuvenation, had gotten in the way of some skills that you had. It had gotten in the way from some wishes and some desires. Something that was very important to you was put on the back burner due to this clearing. And until you went through this process, this cleansing, this clearing, everything that meant something to you was put on hold. But what a beautiful, beautiful transformation you have taken. And now everything has been replenished and it has been updated. Not only did you get back what you lost, but you got double for your trouble, right? You got an upgrade. Okay, you got an upgrade. Let's see. I want to see what's on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. That's the 4 of Wands. Many of you got a new home. I mentioned earlier that many of you got a new partner. Some of you got into some unions, some very healthy unions. New partnerships, new union, new home. Yeah. My goodness. Congratulations to whoever is resonating with this, because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that I am speaking to many of you, to all of you, whether it's happening in several different areas or just one area. It's going to happen in the areas that it needed to happen in. So for some of you, you didn't need this in every area. And for some of you, you needed it in every area. Wherever the replenishing and the clearing took place, may it continue to grow. Okay, may it continue to grow for you. I'm very, very, very pleased with this reading. I'm grateful that Spirit used me to channel this message through. I hope that you receive this 100-fold. Thank you so much for being here to watch the vid. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, namaste.